Hello, welcome to this weekly forecast. I want to let Monday unfold a little bit before I took a look at the markets. Go look at EURUSD. I am bearish on this, as you've probably seen in previous videos. And yeah, we've had this push on a daily pullback and a push. Maybe I wait for another pullback before getting involved. And a few areas I like the look of. Just most recent support and resistance. So we have support here and support here. Pull back into this area would be another swing short for me on the sell side, but also because my bias is so heavily bearish on euro, I will look at previous daily highs and lows. So I'll just mark them out and put them on my charts like so. We did take a trade last week. We sold EURUSD on Friday, which I'll just break down for you now. Let's clear the chart off and just show you using the daily highs and lows. Once you have your bias, really becomes a little bit easier. So we do have this daily low, which was Thursday's low. What we want to see is a push up, take some stops, and then a roll over to the downside. So what we did was marked out this pullback structure. Support, support, support. If I'm bearish, we come up, taking a high, and just waiting for that pullback structure to break. And also the important bit is it is under that daily level, that daily low should act as resistance, and we did roll over to a nice profitable trade. The same happened on Kiwi, which we took, but it was just the day before. So let me just get that up before we move on. Let me put a straighter line on there. Daily low came up, took some stops, so we didn't take a break of this low because it didn't move up and take anything. You can see there's clean stops here. We got to move up, take a high, and then we've sold off. So this is where I get in, a break below here, and then the daily low acts as resistance to roll over. So looking at, let's take a look at pound. Just go over the daily time frames, because my bias is bearish, and then we'll look at the daily highs and lows to try and get involved. So we are at an area where we've bought before, and so I would be cautious selling straight into this, and would prefer if we do get a pullback. And the most obvious area of support and resistance that we have is support here, support here. So any pullback into that area in and around 1.2 would be another area I would be keen to sell. But also, if it's pretty weak, I'll just mark out this daily high, come up, take that, and see if we can roll over from there. If not, then we'll just wait for that 1.2 level to come into play. Dollar yen is another instrument that I'm keen on trading. Let's go to the daily chart. I've marked out just the support and resistance that we've broken. So support here and resistance. Any pullback into there, and I'll be looking for higher prices in dollar yen. I'll mark out that daily low, so Friday's low. Let's just go down into the lower time frames. So once you've got that daily low marked out, coming down into that level, if we can get a deviation and then move up. I'm also going to be marking out Friday's high. As you can see, we've just sort of deviated it and sold off. If we break back above, there may be a day trade there. So dollar yen is probably high up on the cards, as it's closer to higher time frame levels, and yeah, it's just closer to a trade idea at the moment. Another instrument I'm interested in is dollar CAD, and I haven't covered it in a while, but as you can see, we broke above support here, resistance and resistance. So any pullback into there could come up and just take the previous high. That's what I'll be looking for. So if you want to mark out this daily low, if we come down, take that, get back above, and then this is where you're look to enter on dollar CAD. It should, if you go down into the hourly, you'll see it a lot cleaner. Friday's low, something like this. Friday's low, taken, back above, stop below here, and then move up. If we don't get down there, then you can just look at Friday's high. As you can see, it's acting as resistance, so if we get a close above there, then that could be the catalyst for pushing price higher on dollar CAD. So that's the main instruments I'm looking at this week, just waiting on some pullbacks. Got to be patient. So we'll move on to Bitcoin. Bitcoin I am bearish on, and just looking at the most recent support and resistance, we do have support here, came up, took those highs, we've got a push, so I'll be waiting for a nice pullback on that into around 224 to look for another selling opportunity, just to take it from to the next low basically. And yeah, there's not much to say, just put your level on the chart. If price comes up into here, then we'll be looking for selling opportunities. I'd also mark out just daily highs and lows, just in case we come up, don't make it up there before we get a nice trade to the downside. But key level is around 224, and that's where I will be looking for more downside. So let's take a look at Ethereum, which will be pretty similar. If we look at the daily, we have support here, support here, support here, and resistance. So that is the key level that I'm looking for, around 172 for the next move to the downside. At the moment, I think we might just be chopping to create a little base, maybe a move up before the move down. So yeah, I'm just waiting for price to come into a nice key level for the next move. I'm not really too interested while it just chops around down there. So yeah, any charts you want me to go over, put them in the comments below and I'll cover them in Wednesday's video. But those are the levels that I'm looking at. Prepared to be quite patient this week, at the start of the week anyway, and see if we do come into those levels. I'd say dollar yen is closest to a trade at the moment. Any trades I take, I will post into the Discord group as usual.